My guest tonight is a talented comedian and actor who has appeared in Curb Your Enthusiasm, The Goldbergs, and Blackish. He also voices the character Cooper in the upcoming DreamWorks animated series Trollstopia. Please welcome our really good friend, thrilled he's here in person, Ron Funches. Ron.
Hi.
Ron, thanks for being here.
Oh, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, you and I have spent a lot of time together. We toured together. I always enjoy my time with you, and then most of these interviews that we're doing are on Zoom, and then I find out Ron's actually going to come to the theater and hang with us. So you made my day. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I got half a shot, so I was willing to risk it, and I was just like, I love Largo. It's one of my favorites.
So you've performed here at Largo quite a bit, so you know this is like kind of a comedy mecca.
Yeah.
Here in LA. And how long ago did you get started at Largo? Did you play here when you were just starting out?
When I first moved to Los Angeles, yeah, I'd come to Largo quite a bit and end up on guesting on other people's shows, a lot of their friends show, and anytime I did it, I'd go like, oh, I feel like I'm really good at comedy. And then I would talk to Flannery, and he was like, oh, you should book your own show here, and then we'd book it, and then we'd always cancel it because of lack of ticket sales. But
Is that true, Flanagan? Did you?
It is true!
It is true. What?
Twice.
Twice.
It was a pandemic.
No, it was not because of the pandemic.
No, it was through lack of, but that's why he believes in me more than the general public. And
Right.
That's what I like.
Right. Would you have to tell, would Flanagan call you up and go, it's not happening tonight. You'll not be doing a show.
It would start a few days, like, you might want to push it a little bit.
Maybe we'll wait another year until you're a little more famous. Yeah, that's how he treated. That's what he did to me, and I had had a late night show for years. And he'd be like, "I don't think you're ready for Largo. If you got any tape I could look at?" Yes, I've got 7,000 hours of tape you could look at. Now you said you got half a shot. So you got one of two shots. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I went and there's just there's lack of just general. Anything being put together, so it was just like, if you show up, wait for a couple hours, and you can get a shot. And I've just been, I'm pretty much the breadwinner of my family, so I was like, it's important for me. I had to go back out, go and do shows, go and do sets, and so I didn't want to jump in line on anybody, but if I could just wait in line, like I'm waiting in line for a Nintendo, I'm waiting in line for sneakers, I could wait in line for this.
You have your priorities straight. Mm-hmm. As long as you've got the Nintendo you wanted and you've got the sneakers you wanted, then it's time to maybe wait in line for a shot.
It was a very similar experience.
Really?
Yeah, just a lot of people excited, talking about what they were going to do once they got it. They were like, ooh, I'm going to get soup. I'm going
to get soup?
Yeah, a lady was real excited to go to a diner and get soup.
I got the vaccine and now I can get soup.
Yes.
Wow.
She could go sit at her spot, at her counter, and go get soup.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I feel it really made me feel a lot more optimistic and just grateful. I'd be like, oh yeah, a lot of these people were really old, and they were just like, I just want to be able to die of natural causes and not from this.
Who says that? I can't wait to die of natural causes.
I say that all the time.
That's true.
I feel like that's a luxury.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted to go out in something a little dramatic, like a bear attack. I want. What if the bear eats me except for a part of the leg, and the bear is like, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm full.
I'm good. And the kids are like, no, you got to finish.
Yeah.
Dad wanted all of him eaten. He's like, I can't. I want to leave room for dessert, for pound cake.
I don't like either of those. I just want to die naturally.
Okay, that's
have my
fine.
family be upset, and then have them fight over my fortune. That's what I want.
I will say and I've always noticed this about you, you are a very upbeat person, and I appreciate that, because I said we did a tour together, we went to a lot of cities, we were in, close quarters a lot, and you seem optimistic, you've got a good life energy. How do you maintain that? Is it tough to do right now?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes it is tough to do when you can just start getting down on, all of us. If you look for clouds, you'll find them, You can say what's going wrong and see it, and it's all around you. But I just think, this time period is what I'm built for. Is because it's easy to be optimistic when things are going well, just
Right.
like, you know, when comedy and everything was flourishing, everybody was here in town, and then as a sign of trouble, everybody wants to leave. But like, I'm here. I have nowhere else to go.
Right.
I want to do this, and whether it's as, you know, I want it to be or something different, I'll do my part to make it better. You know, be a positive.
That's
I feel
good.
like that's my job.
I have found, like my kids are, my daughter's 17, my son's 15. They've struggled a little bit because they don't like Zoom learning, and they can get down. How's your son? How old is your son, Malcolm?
My son will be 18 in April.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how's he doing with all this?
He does pretty well. He makes the kids in his class call him King Malcolm on Zoom. He wears a Burger King crown and makes him he just leans into it.
So it's delusions of grandeur, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, if anything, he's like, I cause this. I no longer want to go to school. So you all come to me. I wear a crown, and I just do this online. But, you know, he does miss some of his friends and things, but he's been a real trooper. That's another person that makes me optimistic when he's just like, it is what it is. COVID-19 sucks. 2020 sucked. But we just keep going to school.
Right.
And I was like, man, like, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, as long as he's got a Burger King crown. He can get...
And he's excited for his birthday. He wrote his birthday list, which is every year.
Well, wait a minute,
Really
this is
fun.
going to be a big one. So he's going to be 18? So that 18's a big year. Once you turn 18, certain doors open to like what you're allowed to do. Is he very aware of that?
Oh, he is very well. He's a rule follower. I think it's part of the autism that makes him really just focus in on rules. But he's real aware. He's like, I turned 18, R-rated movies. He has a list. He's like, I want explicit CDs. The next thing said adult toys, which I'm
Does he know?
Does he does not.
Does he know what adult toys are? I'm tired of these children toys. I want adult toys.
I truly hope he does not, but you know what? It's time for him to learn either way. You gotta.
I did not know what an adult toy was when I turned 18. I did not. I'm still not sure.
Yeah,
exactly.
that's what your wife said.
I wasn't sure. I thought it was an egg timer. I didn't know. She's like, where did you find that? It was in your drawer. The eggs are, I think, ready. One of the things that's been kind of, I think, cool for you is that for a lot of us, it's we need an audience and we're kind of locked into this one sort of narrow way of doing things. You're a very popular stand-up comedian, but you also have been getting a lot of voiceover work, and you got this Trolls gig, which is a big deal.
Yeah.
And I would think that that's something you can be working on and doing during COVID, because you can probably do it during in a safe way if it's voiceover work.
Yeah, no, it's been beautiful to have voice acting in my life. I used to kind of be of two minds about it because I love stand-up and I consider myself a comedian first and foremost. And so I'd be like, oh, maybe if I focus more, then people would be like, he's such a brilliant stand-up. And then this pandemic happened, and I was like, oh, no, it's good. This is dead now. So it's good to be a jack of all trades and just have a complex web. And I don't think if it wasn't for Trolls, it would have been a much more difficult year for me. And it's just fun. It allows me to still be a child and just be playful and just play around. I mean, I loved it when I was in Final Space, and you were my dad in that. Like, I love being in all these different worlds and playing around. So I really appreciate Trolls.
You also have a very distinctive voice, and I think that's a real gift. Which, I don't know if you liked it when you were a kid.
No.
You didn't like it?
No, people always make fun of me. Or even when I worked at a bank call center and they called me Rhonda, which we talked about before.
Yeah, I know. You had a whole other life when you were working on a bank. You did talk about that once with me, which is you worked at a call center and people called you Rhonda.
I just lean into it.
You lean into it, and now it's the fact that you can do all these cool voices and you have a
Well,
distinctive
that's
voice.
not true. I have one voice at different energies. That's it. You
Right.
get Ron Sleepy or Ron Excited. Sometimes the voice acting people don't know that, and they go, can you play this other character? And I'm like, well, he's going to sound a lot like the first one.
It's going to sound exactly like this. Now, the people you grew up with, are you close with any of them? Have you stayed in touch with any of them, or are you one of those guys that just moved on?
No, I'm still close with some of them. I have some good friends. My friend One Lung, he's a really cool guy.
One Lung?
Yeah, he has one lung. That's what
I figured that from his nickname, yeah.
It would be weird if we called him that.
Yeah.
He actually has 3 lungs.
So we call him one, it's like calling, a tall guy shorty,
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
He actually worked at the bank with me, and we're still friends, and I've been running a Twitch channel where I play games and stuff, and he helps me run that. So, no, I stay in close with some of the people. I also follow some of my high school crushes on OnlyFans now, which has been very enjoyable for me.
OnlyFans, the thing where, that's the site where women sort of, you have classmates that are on OnlyFans.
Yeah, I was like, I did not know. I just had to be patient and just wait this out.
So these are girls you had crushes on, and now you can take out your MasterCard and talk to them and maybe...
Well, I don't talk to them. No, that'd be rude. I'm married. I just look at them naked as opposed to just a porn star who doesn't, why I don't care about how they live or how they're growing. Why not just help my friend in their naked endeavors?
Are you going to ever go to a school reunion and say, "Oh, I watch you all the time on OnlyFans"? You look good. You really look good. Are you going to do that?
I don't think my wife would like that. I probably shouldn't even have mentioned that I do this.
Look, you haven't been married long. You got to learn. Well, you've just been married a couple of months, right?
Yeah, it's a little over 6 months now.
I've been married 19 years, and here's my advice to you. You don't tell them everything. And you never let them watch your talk show appearances.
Yeah, no.
My wife does not watch any of my talk show appearances because she knows I'll say something that's horrifying.
I wish. I had the opposite. She watches all of them and then goes, "Why did you say that?" But I love it. I love that she, only her and my mom watch, they watch everything I do. And that's, I'm like, oh, they really, that's my love language, is just, praising me.
Well, tell your mom I said hi, and your wife. I know them both, but your mom's a character. Yeah. And I love meeting your mom on tour. That was really fun. So please give her my love.
I absolutely will.
I don't know about love, She's not going to want that. Is she going to want my
love?
Would. Okay, then I send my love.
Yeah, she's getting older.
Okay.
She like your love.
She's getting older. She'll accept love now. All right, the second season of Trollstopia premieres March 18th on Hulu and Peacock, and Dark Web, is it Cicada 3301?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The title's long, makes it sound bad, but it's pretty good. I watched it. I'm really good in it.
See? That's all you need to know. And you know what? People don't say that unless it's true. Because I'm here with plenty of celebrities who I'll say, "Oh, and you should check out so-and-so." And I'll say, "Is it good?" And they'll be like, the people are pretty honest, so that's great. Dark Web Cicada 3301, the word on the street is that you're very good in it, will be available on demand this Friday, March 12th, which also happens to be Ron's birthday!
That's right! I didn't know you knew!
Happy birthday! You know how I knew? A little prompter told me. Ron Funches, best laugh in the business. Thanks for being here.
Oh, it's always a pleasure, Conan.